It is very important to be careful when you solder. This is a soldering iron. Always use a wooden mat when setting your soldering station. Before you get started, you will need a mat, a soldering iron with a damp sponge, and solder. The electronics lab uses silver solder. The middle of the solder wire contains a chemical called flux, which helps by cleaning and removing any oxides and impurities and ensuring the formation of good soldered joints. Turn on your soldering iron and let it heat up. Make sure the extractor is also on, as you shouldn't inhale the fumes resulted from the process. When soldering, hold the soldering iron in one hand and the solder in the other. Touch the solder to the tip of the iron and make sure the solder flows evenly around the tip. When soldering elements on your PCB, place them on the labeled side and solder them to the other side. Make sure your components are securely in place before you start soldering. It is important that the solder will fill the whole area allocated. Your solder should have this shape. They should look like this and not like this. This happens when there isn't enough solder. And this is too much solder. When you solder components with polarity, ensure they are placed the right way. Make sure the solder does not leave the area, nor do you solder two components together, as this will cause a fault in the circuit. Always keep an eye on to see how much solder there is left, that way you won't burn yourself. However, if you make a mistake, you can undo it by desoldering. Use the soldering iron to slowly heat up the solder and then use this device to absorb the solder. Also be aware of the flying bits of the wires when you cut them. You should use goggles for this part. Be careful with components as well, as they can heat up and burn you. Don't breathe in the fumes resulted from the process. You can use the extractor to prevent that. Never leave the solder iron unattended. Once you are done, turn it off.